But after much reflection, we asked ourselves, what would we come to tell you? Since this is the city of the black farmer here in Banfora, every year, would it be worthwhile to come and discuss agriculture with you without being able to provide solutions? I don't think that was ideal. We needed to think about what the problem with our agriculture is. You have been taught that our soils are poor. We cultivate just to survive, and the rest we import in exchange for the wealth we have here. Is that really the case? I don't think so. It's a colonial mindset that led us to be in this situation. But it's time for us to decolonize ourselves, and it starts with the mentality. And I am counting on each of you, every authority, to be able to decolonize the mindsets. You need to have confidence in yourselves, to have confidence in the homeland. Our ancestors fought to reserve for us what we call today Burkina Faso. There is no reason why we cannot fight to live a better Burkina for our children. We have been led to believe that we are poor, that we have nothing. But you realize that this is false. That is colonization. We need to decolonize our mentalities. We need to have a different discourse and awaken consciousness. We are here for that too. It's not just about waging war, staying in the same mindset, because you will be colonized again if we remain in that. We need to decolonize ourselves. This is the war we are waging. And if you follow the news closely, you will easily understand. Because terrorism will be defeated. And when the mentors realize they are losing momentum and that it will be defeated, they are organizing to come and fight here themselves. Well, we are preparing, we are ready, we will defend our lands to the point of sacrifice. When we talk about independence, there is this war we are waging, of course, but independence is also about what we consume. One of our battles is food self-sufficiency. That's why last year we didn't just want to come and give speeches. We wanted to try to understand the deep-rooted problem of Burkinabe agriculture and what solutions to provide. Can we be self-sufficient in terms of food? A number of questions we asked ourselves, and we got all the answers we needed, because we experimented with many things during 2023. We launched the Presidential Initiative for Agriculture and Food Self-Sufficiency. With the Minister of Agriculture, we therefore launched at the end of the year the Agricultural Offensive. We understood our potential, we understood our difficulties, and we therefore set ourselves a number of guidelines that we must gradually implement so that we can achieve our food self-sufficiency as quickly as possible. The Cascades region is a model region, and I think you know well that here, it's the granary. It can feed all of Burkina. In all types of crops. But what needs to be done? What needs to be done? The first thing is what you are currently doing. You have become aware of your situation. You have become aware of your realities. You have become aware of your wealth. We must get to work so that our dream becomes a reality. As Thomas Sankara said, when the people rise up, imperialism trembles. This is very meaningful today. In the face of insecurity, the people have risen up. In the face of food insecurity, you are standing up. And in the face of this mentality of slavery, of imperialism, you are more than ever standing up. So, the end of the tunnel is not far. We know very well that we will succeed. We wish for all the youth to mobilize, because in 2 weeks, God willing, we will launch a program. A program that must support our farmers to the fullest. to support them as best as we can so that they can produce a glass food, and it will be in a concrete way. We have done our utmost to gather a number of things so that I won't announce it here. When we launch it, you will see what I'm talking about. And you must understand that we are committed, no matter what, to no longer extend our hand. It is not in Burkina Faso that they will come to give crumbs because they are hungry. It is not in Burkina Faso that we should no longer be seen as beggars. It is us who should give to others what we have not finished consuming. It is us who should give others what we have not finished consuming. It is us who should do that. So that's why I said I invite people to change their mindset. Believe in yourself, it's possible. There are many challenges. There are many things to accomplish. Just now, I spoke with the customary and religious authorities. For instance, regarding water retention. In the Cascade region, there is only one dam and a sandbank. The dam was built in 1962. You need many dams here because the region is rich. The entire border area, whether it's the Cascades region or the Southwest region, it rains abundantly. There are many waterways. We just left Pau not long ago. We know it's the same type of climate. But how many water retention structures are there? There are none. We have become aware of this situation. That's why I instructed the minister to first equip the sanitation department so it becomes operational. That is to have its own machinery capable of developing the lands themselves. We are also in the process of reviving what was called Onbar, which today we realize that we have an absolute necessity to revive this structure. It is this structure that built most of the dams during the revolution. And today, all over Burkina, as you travel, most of the dams you come across, you will be told they were built during the revolution, or even before the revolution. Certainly, after the revolution, some dams were built, but I think that every locality where a small reservoir can be made should allow people to produce continuously. We should be able to do it regarding the crops. To agree with me, that the idea we were given before saying this or that agricultural crop doesn't work. In Burkina Faso, everything is ironic. It's false. Everything grows in Burkina. Everything works in Burkina. You must commit right now. We are starting the month of May. Clear the land. Prepare your fields. We will support you as much as we can. This year, we must produce to the maximum. And we are counting on you. On you who have fought, you who have done everything to liberate this area from terrorist control. We must produce to the maximum, put everything into action. The leaders of these constructions have been instructed to consolidate them and ensure that everything goes very well. So this is to tell you that the issue of agriculture is dear to us, and the issue of processing is also dear to us. When we start producing, we will immediately think about processing. On the way here, I was watching our mothers selling mangoes. Many of them, maybe in 2 or 3 days, if they haven't been able to sell the mangoes, they will rot. They will be forced to throw them away. And it's certain that since independence, this is how it has been happening. When the mango season arrives, that's what happens. When we manage to sell quickly, if we don't, they rot and we throw them away. Why not set up a structure that can process these mangoes so that we don't lose them? We are ready to do it. Let's get started. This is to say that when we travel through our different cities, we see the realities of the populations, and it should lead us to change our mindset. I was just saying this to your deputies from the area who are at the ALT. I said, when we travel through the countryside, we must look at the lives of our citizens. And it should leave an impression on us. It gives a ticket. When we think that we can make an effort to change their lives, everything should be directed towards that. And it is possible. and we will do everything to develop those industries. Right now you are talking about Minoofa. There is already a project to expand Minoofa. With our wheat production, we have understood that it is possible. We do not need to import flour into Burkina because we can produce wheat, we can process it. So we have understood that. Many other speculations we have understood. Sugar, many fields were there, unexploited. A new factory is definitely needed because what is there is aging. We are also committed to this structure that we must create to have a new factory, to have a large capacity. Because what is there cannot meet the needs of Burkina Faso. In short, there are many projects underway after a good analysis of the situation of our country and all the government members present here. We spend all our time talking about that. We must always make sacrifices so that in the deepest parts of our villages can live happily, and it is possible.